Hi everybody, Meg Collins with Lucy'sList.com. I'm going to show you how to easily install the new Chicco NextFit convertible car seat. So the first thing that you want to do is get this fitting to your kid, right? So do this in your living room so that there's not so many variables going on. Just put this on your couch or whatever. And there's three things that you want to kind of do to fit it to your kid. The first thing is, do you have a newborn? If you do not have a newborn, go ahead and remove this newborn insert because this is how it comes. Okay, so up to 11 pounds. If your kid is over 11 pounds, just take it out. Will make your life a lot easier. The second thing you want to do is adjust the harness height. So this is a no rethread harness, as most luxury seats are, which means we don't have to take it out, remove the splitter plate, put it back in again. We just slide this thing up and down, okay? So plunk your kid in the seat and adjust the height of harnesses by pressing down on this orange button and moving it up and down. Now for rear-facing position, you want these to be at or below the shoulder level. And for forward-facing, you want them to be at or above the shoulder level. Okay, the third and last thing is to adjust the crotch buckle. Okay, so to do this, we have to play a little peekaboo. Just lift this flap up in the back. Unsnap this. So for the crotch buckle, there's two positions. For your smaller babes, let's say under 18 months or so, you want to keep it in that rear position. And for your older kids who need a little bit more room, okay, you just simply push this red thing to the side, pull up, sorry, it's orange thing. Pull the buckle forward, put it back down, and then you thread it back through. Okay, so then put your kid back in, make sure everything fits properly, and we're done. We're ready to put it in the car. Ta-da! All ready to go. Hey guys, so let's install this seat first using the LATCH system. Now I'm going to install it rear facing because if you're graduating from your infant seat, remember you want to keep it rear facing for at least 2 years and longer if you can stand it. So let's have a look. So I'm going to wrangle this seat into position here. I'm going to take my latch connector. I know you can't see this. I'm doing the one on this side. Okay, now I'm going to do the one on this side. Now remember, you want it to look like a stapler, or like an alligator biting down on the latch anchor, okay? Arr! Bite down, okay? So the first thing I do, this is clearly labeled pull first. I know you can't see it, so I'm going to pull that first. The second one says pull second, so I'm going to do that second. So again, the super cinch, I like to put my knee in it, by the way. The super cinch system allows me just to pull it. It's self-ratcheting. Dang, that's tight. Look at that. It's not moving more than 1 inch from side to side. Okay, how long did that take me? 30 seconds? So good. All right, and then again, just recheck and make sure that you're still within the range here, in this case in the rear facing the blue stuff. And it is, so I'm cool. Okay, so that's it. All right, now let's look at how to install it with a seatbelt. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to install the seat with a seatbelt now. So if you have a car built before 2006, you probably don't have latch connectors. You're going to have to use a seatbelt, which is a little harder, but that's okay. We can deal. I'm going to show you how to do it with a lap shoulder belt combination because that's what most people have. Now if you have a lap-only belt, I recommend that you definitely use that because you don't have to deal with the lock-off situation. So let me first talk about the lock-off. The lock-off is a mechanism that they've installed into the car seat instead of relying on parents to put the seatbelt into lock mode every time because a lot of times people forget. So they just installed this lock-off onto the seat to dummy-proof it a bit. So that's good. So the first thing to remember is you want to use the lock-off on the side opposite the buckle. So in this case, my buckle is over there. So I'm going to use the lock-off on this side of the seat, okay? So let's have a close look at what that looks like. First thing you want to do is open the lock-off. Now because I'm rear-facing, I'm using the blue stickers here for rear-facing, and the red stickers are for forward-facing. So the first thing we're going to do is open the lock-off by lifting. It's not totally obvious to everybody how to do this. We're going to lift up this tab. Okay, and then this little gate thing pops out right here. So pull it all the way out. So we'll do that at the end, so just keep that in mind. The next thing that we want to do is to pull the fabric up to expose the innards of the seat so that we can thread the seat belt through the belt path. So we're just going to pull, unsnap, and pull it up. Okay, so now we can kind of see the inside of the seat. Okay, so just take your seat belt, get plenty of slack, and we're going to feed it through the blue belt path. Okay. And then I'm just going to feed it out that same slot on the other side. And buckle. So I just buckled it. Alright, so I've just buckled it, and the next thing I want to do is to pull all the slack out of the seatbelt. Now this is where it gets a little tricky and hard. It's not tricky, it's just tedious. So I like to do this in 2 stages. I like to pull the slack out of the lap belt portion first. So I'm going to climb in here and wrangle it like an animal. And then I like to pull the slack out of the shoulder belt portion. Okay, remember, keep it in that lock off. Okay, now you might have to do this a few times and press down with your body weight and just wrangle it. Just get all the slack out of the belt the best you can. Alright, so I'm going to use my knee. Don't look at my butt. Okay, so it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. Now you take a deep breath. Okay, and now finally you want to close the shoulder belt into the lock off. So you want to center it between these 2 tabs, and then you want to close the little gate. And pressing down on it, you want to pull that lever down, okay, all the way. If that doesn't close, that means it's not properly centered. So it will tell you if it worked or not. So that's it. Now I just want to check my work and make sure it's tight enough. I don't want it to move more than 1 inch at the belt path. So let's check. Sucker's not going anywhere. And then next thing we want to do is check the bubble indicator to make sure that the recline is proper. Now in the rear facing mode it's between here and here, so I'm good there as well. So that's all. And I recommend that you do this a few times and get really comfortable with it so that in a pinch you can do it and you're not panicking. And you can throw it into a taxi cab or a rental car and do it without stressing about it. Okay? That's it. Thanks. See you next time.